Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JT at Not Enough Knives, and I'm very excited to bring this overview to you guys today because it's something different. It is a fixed blade knife, but it's kind of like a different category that we skinned the surface on but never really got into it. This is a company called NedFoss knives. They seem to be an amazing quality. This model is called the Huang, which is Mandarin for the Phoenix. Let me tell you all about it. Stick around. So I got approached from this company and they gave me a selection of about 5 knives to do. I know we've covered a little bit of the bushcraft and folding knives category of knives here on this channel, but we've never really done something like this, and that's why I chose this one. This one is the model called the Huang, as I stated earlier, and it's Mandarin for the Phoenix. It's a fixed blade knife, seems to be very high quality. Knife comes in a very fancy black box with a silver engraving here for the brand, and it comes with an instruction booklet. Straightforward stuff here, common sense, angles for sharpening and honing and all kinds of stuff, warranty information and what have you. And then of course you have the knife. Knife comes well packaged with some anti-moisture desiccants. You have a lanyard in your package and a very nice leather sheath with the brand engraved and some red stitching. I haven't seen stuff like this in a long time. For a company to actually go out of their way and customize something this nice for one of their knives. But it's nice to see in a world full of Kydex and run-of-the-mill 3D printed and what have you plastic sheets. It's nice to see something like this still being made. So the knife has a snap enclosure here securing it onto the sheath, and it pulls out fairly easily. Getting back to the reason why I chose to go ahead with this knife and why I chose this knife for the review, the design. So this knife is clearly in the category of the combat knife arena of designs, and you could tell by the spear point blade, the semi-false edge in the back, and the very pronounced finger guards here on the pommel. This is a very well made knife. Now all the materials involved and the heat treating for this knife, I'm aware, is very formidable. So upon reading more about the company, you find out the sheath was real leather, T6 fasteners on either side of these scales, which are G10, and some kind of engraving which formulates the cross section of what would be a simulated wood pattern. I think that is really nice, and it's a great choice for a knife like this. I could always tell that a knife's construction is of exceptional quality when I see how well the scales align to the cut of the knife handle. So obviously it's a full tang knife. You could even see that there's a lanyard attached to the exposed part of the tang back here, with a U cut out here into the G10 scale, and it is a seamless surface here between the scale and the actual knife. I think that is a fantastic attention to detail. Companies that do and build more of a run-of-the-mill kind of mass production type knife, you will see a lot of imperfections in this area where the scale meets the actual tang of the knife. There will be a lot of uneven surfaces. This company went out of their way to make sure they produce a quality product in appearance and build. So moving on to the blade, this is an 8CR 14 MOV blade. I know you guys are used to seeing CR 13 MOV variety. Now all the number after the CR, all it means is that it's higher in chromium content. Now if you studied your knife metallurgy, you'll understand that the first number means the amount of carbon in the knife. The higher the number, obviously the stronger the knife. However, it's going to be a lot more brittle. So you want a healthy balance of these materials, these metals in your knife, so you can achieve a fair, healthy balance of flexibility, brittleness, strength, rigidity, tensile strength. This knife is marketed as an extreme survival knife. Your results may vary on your opinions on this. However, I think it's more along the lines of a combat survival knife because of the nature of the way that the drop point design in the blade and the spear point design in the blades, and just the overall grip characteristics of the handle, and the fact that it has these finger guards here just acts like something that I would consider being a formidable self-defense weapon. I guess if you want to call it that. It can be a very useful tool. Getting back to the metallurgy on it, 8CR 14 MOV, the higher chromium content in the blade just means that it's higher in corrosion resistance. Now I like the fact that they kept the carbon content at number 8. As you start to see the 9 and 10CR knives come into the market, I think it's more like a gimmicky marketing tool. 7CR is better than 6CR, 9CR must be better than 8CR, and it's just a way to market and move product a little bit faster for the people that are a little bit more unaware of these metallurgical specifications. And it's very important for you to understand your knife metallurgy so you can know more about what you're getting as a value. Now, I think it's a very clever move to put a higher chromium content. Chromium content is the one metal that you can actually increase a little bit of and not intervene with the strength of the knife too much. So I think that was pretty clever. The knife obviously is a lot more corrosion resistant than, than a 13 MOV or a 12 MOV or an 11 MOV. Let's talk about the blade hardness. They market the blade hardness from a 58 to a 59, the Rockwell hardness scale. That is pretty hard for an 8CR knife. Heat treatment on this knife must be very good for them to achieve that kind of hardness in the steel. Now, we discussed that the scales are genuine G10. Now, this knife is on the kind of like a midline ideal carry weight, I guess. I have a limit, which is about a pound max. This knife comes in at 10.9 ounces without the sheath. So, I mean, give or take with the sheath, maybe you're sitting at 12 or 13 ounces. That's still pretty damn good. Full length, you're looking at 11 inches. The blade length by itself is 5.5 inches, which I think it's good because my limit for the blade inch in these scenarios is also 6 inches. So the 5.5 actually comes in at a very sweet spot for fixed blades. Obviously, combat knives, they're good for this kind of situation where you're gonna pry into something. Paper and cardboard are one of the most abrasive things, so if you love your knife and you don't want to be sharpening it at the time, don't do this unless you're doing a sharpness test. But as you can see, the knife has no problem making these nice little cuts into this very, very thick grocery grade cardboard is what we like to call it. And the knife has no problems making these clean little indentations in there. Everybody else does the paper test, but I'll tell you right now, this thing is hair shaving sharp. Wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of this tool, guys. Definitely want to take it outdoors and put it through its paces. I haven't seen this knife on any reviews on YouTube yet, so I wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of this company and the products that they have. I'll get you the exact website for them, www.NedFossKnife.com, just like that. In addition to that, if you're interested in their products and you like what they have to offer, you can use coupon code Not Enough Knives, all one word, to get an extra 5% off of the knife of your choice. Now, you're going to see a lot of selections. They have a lot of fixed blades, a lot of folding knives, a lot of cool stuff with this company is going on right now. I'm excited to see what the future holds for them. I would like to know what your guys' opinion is on it. Maybe you already own a NedFoss knife. Maybe you have this model. If not, let me know what you think in the comments. I am going to leave also a link in the description for you guys to be able to more easily find this knife and the other products that they have. I hope you enjoyed the video. If the subscribe button is still red, please hit that button and let your friends and family know about this channel. Without further ado, you guys take care and I'll see you in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.